and asymptomatic testing.
Several student organizations at FGCU
and we're going to play Guess the Song.
Hello, welcome to Hanging with the Executives here at the Bauer School of Music.
And you're watching ENTV.
What is up, everyone, and welcome back to Hard Hitters. I am your host, Ian Lynch, and today I am joined with
Carson Zorn,
Nick Asselin,
and Tyler Watkins.
All right, guys, so we had a busy divisional round last week, so we're going to recap that real quick, and then we're going to discuss our picks for the conference championship this week. So to start off, we had Carson Cincinnati Bengals take on the Titans. What were your thoughts about that game?
Well, I was very scared for Joe Burrow's health the whole time. You know, he's still only 1 year removed from that complete just ACL, PCL, everything tear. And he got sacked 9 times in that game. The O-line, especially at the right side, just did not hold up whatsoever. But to credit to Joe Burrow to show just how good he is, he got sacked 9 times, but still threw for almost 350 yards in that game. And there was a part of the game where his play calling, like the communication wasn't good, so he called 4 plays on his own, and they all went for 20 yards. But so many people are questioning, is Burrow, cut out for the championships? Is he cut out for the Super Bowls? And all you have to do is look at his 2019 season at LSU. The kid's a winner. He's been a winner all his life.
Yeah.
So that's why, I feel like we got our guy. I feel like what you were saying, the Titans, I feel like they don't have their guy. They have every piece but the quarterback to get them to where they want to be. So is it time to start looking at free agents? Is it time to start looking at draft picks? So that would be my own question for the Titans.
Moving on, we have Nick, your Packers against the 49ers. We all predicted the Packers to win, but walk us through what happened.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. I called it on this show last week. Stop the run, clean up special teams. They stopped the run. What was it that cost us the game? Special teams. What was the Packers' number one issue this entire season? Special teams.
Yep.
What did the Packers not address the entire season?
Special teams.
And we lost in the divisional round when we were listed as a Super Bowl favorite. Probably Aaron Rodgers' last game in Lambeau Field. Probably Devontae Adams' last game in Lambeau Field as a Packer. I'm just disappointed with this franchise, with this team. The defense did their job. The rest of the team did not.
This was a game that the Packers should have won, and now Aaron Rodgers is 0 for 4 against the 49ers now?
In the playoffs, he's 0 for 4.
In the playoffs, he's 0 for 4, and you just saw their offense once again stall out in the playoffs, and it's just, is Aaron Rodgers that guy? He's a great player, but, is he still that guy? And I don't think he's that guy, But
that's a hot take right there.
Yeah, you got to give it up to the 49ers, though. Another game where the defense and everyone has to step up for Jimmy G. As you said, he only completed 11 passes this week, and I'm just bewildered by another playoff run from the 49ers where the defense just steps up and everything just clicks besides Jimmy G. But we'll see how they play against LA. They did have that win at the end of the season in SoFi Stadium, so we're going to see, and it should be a good matchup both ways.
Well, moving on to the conference championships, we have the Bengals versus the Chiefs. Carson, you want to kick us off with this one?
Sure. There's no way to sugarcoat it. This is a shootout in the works. If you are of age and can gamble, bet the over on this as soon as you can. This game could be just like Chiefs-Bills, in which whichever team has the ball last, they could win that game, or whichever team holds one team to a field goal instead of a touchdown in the fourth quarter. That could be the winner. I could see both QBs going over 400 passing yards, maybe even pushing 500. I think Tyreek and Jamar Chase are both going to go north of 200. It is going to be an insane shootout. And now that I've said that, the final score is going to be 13-10, of course, because I just jinxed everything. But, I think the one edge the Bengals do have over the Chiefs in this game offensively is the run game. I think Mixon is, miles better than Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Mixon has kind of been quiet more recently, so maybe they're building up to start using him in the short passing game a little bit more. In my opinion, the Bengals have the better defense, but the worse O-line by so much. And that makes me nervous with Frank Clark and Chris Jones and Melvin Ingram on that D-line. But I do think the Bengals have faced their toughest defense of the postseason, which was the Titans. I mean, we saw this Bengals-Chiefs game, just 3 weeks ago in Week 17. Bengals won 34-31, so I think there could be a similar outcome. I don't know if it's going to be Bengals or Chiefs. It could really go either way there. I think the Chiefs are the better team on paper, but I can just never count out Joe Burrow, so I'm calling the Bengals win 35-31.
All right, Tyler.
As much as I want to agree with you and go with the Bengals, I am rooting for the Bengals in this game. I'm just making that perfectly clear. But I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I think that ultimately they will pull it out. It will probably be a shootout and close. But then again, you just got to give the edge to the Chiefs offense. I mean, given the Bengals did pull out that win late in the season, but I just got to give it to the Chiefs given that they've been here. This is kind of like a miracle run by the Bengals. You guys just see how they have stepped up so far, but I just think that it may be too much against this Kansas City team.
I got the Chiefs here. I think home field will prevail, and I mean, if they can get Burrow a real offensive line, maybe they'll pretty much be unstoppable in the playoffs. But they're not to that point yet. It's really hard to count out how the Chiefs have been playing. Granted, the Bengals have been playing great football too. I just don't think it'll happen. I think home field will really help the Chiefs in this one.
I think, they're coming off a win against Tennessee, but that was a really sloppy Tennessee game. Ryan Tannehill, like you mentioned, had those 3 interceptions.
And it's really like the first time that the Titans offense was at full power in the whole season, pretty much.
Exactly.
So you got that factor, but continue.
But I just feel they're going to have to play a perfect game, and I don't think they're going to be able to. And then, like we mentioned, I don't think with this defense, Joe Burrow is going to be able to stay on his feet enough in this game to be able to work his magic. So I got the Chiefs. Moving on, we got the 49ers and Rams. Who do you got, Nick?
I got the Rams. The 49ers have won the last 6 matchups against the Rams. But I think this is where it ends. The 49ers beat the Rams last week of the season to get into the playoffs in overtime. But I don't see that happening again. I think, Sean McVay and the Rams brought Matthew Stafford in, kind of like how we touched on earlier. They brought him in to win a Super Bowl. This is his shot.
All the Rams moves this season.
This is his shot.
Stafford, Von Miller, OBJ, they have sold out to win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
100%.
So I just think the Rams finally get that win, break the loss streak against the 49ers, and they'll be headed to the Super Bowl. And I cannot wait for a Chiefs versus Rams Super Bowl now that they have Matthew Stafford as their quarterback, even if it put on a fantastic show with Jared Goff as the quarterback last time.
Tyler?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I think this is they sold out for the Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl bust. There's no question about that, and they know that. The Rams know that, and they're going to have that on their minds this weekend. I think that the 49ers' luck may run out this week, but I think the Rams are just too much. They really are getting clicked on offense. You saw it in Tampa. You saw it before. But I think that, that streak ends today for the 49ers. And this is basically it when you think about it for them. Like, it's catastrophic if they lose this.
They have, no first-round pick for the next, 4 years.
Yeah. And that's just – they mortgage their future for this year.
Yeah.
And on top of that, their stadium, they're hosting the Super Bowl this year. So.
And they're shutting out
49ers
fans this week.
Yeah. Exactly. So
well, we saw how well that worked for the Titans, though.
Yeah.
So there's a lot on the line with this game. But, Carson, what do you think?
Well, I completely agree with what all of you are saying. I mean, Stafford has been playing out of his mind these playoffs. I think he's, got something to prove this year. But like you said, the 49ers swept the Rams this season. In maybe the most important game of the season, the Rams had the opportunity to knock the 49ers out of the playoffs. All they had to do was win. And Matthew Stafford threw 2 picks, and the 49ers won that game. 49ers have won 6 straight. But the thing with both these teams is they both can beat you in multiple ways. With the 49ers, if Jimmy G is not doing so hot, they can beat you with the run game and with their defense. Same with the Rams. Stafford throws 2 picks like he did in that Vikings game. Yeah. Defense steps up, and pick 6 is Kirk Cousins. Yeah. So both of these teams have so many ways to beat you. The Rams, if the first, in terms of the Buccaneers game, if the Rams that played in the first half of that Buccaneers game show up, they win easily. But if the Rams that play in the second half show up...
just sloppy, giving the team every chance that they can get in the second half, that's not going to win them the game.
It's not going to win them the game. So, while I do agree that the Rams are just sold out to win the Super Bowl this year, and they've sold out to, they've jeopardized their future to win the Super Bowl this year, Kyle Shanahan just has McVay's number. 49ers win 20-16. We get a Bengals-Niners Super Bowl rematch.
Okay, well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time.